FPL world. My name is Gordon and welcome to FPL Galaxy. In this Game Week 4 team review, we're going to be looking at how my team did and the lessons that I picked from there. Then we're going to go straight into my Game Week 5 team selection. But in between the review and the team selection, I'm going to show you guys the one change that I managed to make going into Game Week 5. So here goes my team review. So in goal, I had Rare. Like I mentioned last time, guys, Rare is a save points machine. These guys were playing against Everton. They conceded once, but because he saved 6 times again, which translates into 2 bonus points, or rather into 2 save points, he got those 2 save points and even managed to get 2 bonus points because of the awesome performance that he had put in. So Rare in goal. It seems like these budget goalkeepers are the ones who are doing the most this season, for now, I can say, because his counterparts, that is Henderson and Sanchez, are brilliant picks. They actually go ahead of him in points, but for now, I can say I chose a pretty good budget goalkeeper, and that's Rare in goal for me. Yeah, of course, I'm having a little bit of temptation to go sideways, that is going for Henderson. Especially Henderson, he's pretty brilliant in goal. He just put in another penalty save which got him so many points, even though he had conceded twice. So that is Rare in goal. In my defense, I originally had a back 4 with Zinchenko in there, but unfortunately Zinchenko was ill. He had the knee injury, and that's why he's not in my review, because he had to be subbed off with somebody I had on the bench, whom I'm going to mention pretty soon. So Cancelo, City conceded twice against Crystal Palace, and that is why he's got 1 point there, because there's 1 point deduction for the 2 goals conceded. Yeah, Cancelo is not somebody you'd expect to be getting such points, especially the City team, as defensive as they are. It becomes difficult to comprehend such points from them. But any other given day, Cancelo is a brilliant pick, and that's why I chose him. Perisic is doing the most. He's having a lot of opportunities to assist and even score. In this game particularly, they were playing against Nottingham Forest. If not for the penalty save from Kane by Henderson, whom I earlier mentioned, Perisic would have easily gotten that assist and even some bonus points. And that is why this time around he only got clean sheet points, which is the 6 there. Of course, the 4 clean sheet points plus the 2 for playing plus 60 minutes. Yeah, and this is why I kind of like Perisic as an option in defense, because he'll give you points and you'll go off before the team even concedes, if at all that other team gains momentum against Tottenham. Perisic is one player who is being managed so well when it comes to minutes. So for as long as he clocks the 60 minutes while having those clean sheet points, that's pretty good for us, because all we want are the points. We don't care much about what happens, whether he's going to play the 90 minutes, but for as long as he gives us those points, and that's why we have him in our team. So Perisic is giving us points week in, week out, and I brought him in for Walker, and he has gotten me the results, so that's a plus for me. Then my final defender there, Robertson, part of that Liverpool team that had to make a statement. Liverpool scored the exact number of points that Robertson got against Bournemouth. They scored 9, and in this particular match Robertson managed to assist and got a clean sheet, and that is why he found himself having 9 points. He could have gotten more, because his counterpart, for example Trent Alexander-Arnold, who I regret not having in this particular match, got 17 points. He was the highest scoring player in that team, and that team had so many anomalies. Of course, the one that stands out the most is that of Salah. As brilliant a player that Salah is universally considered the best FPL player in this particular season. In the past 3 seasons, he didn't manage to get any attacking return. You can imagine that. So many people captained him because they were expecting so many goals coming from this fixture, which happened, but Salah wasn't part of them. So it sent out an uproar across the FPL community when that match just finished. So many people are considering to boot Salah out of their teams, but that would be an overreaction because Salah has been proven every now and then. If you are removing Salah out because of that particular game, please just cool off, just hold on a little bit and rethink your decision. If you want to spread your money elsewhere, that's well and good, because like myself, I didn't plan to have Salah in my team this season, and that's what I've been doing. Yeah, so each time I watch Salah, especially the one that he just played against Bournemouth, I was afraid as to what he would be able to do. So many people captained him, and that would have damaged my hopes of catching up. So good thing is Salah didn't do anything in there. So many people captained him, and that's how it goes. So certain times you'll be fortunate, other times you'll be punished, and this particular one was fortunate enough not to be punished by Salah. In my midfield, I had those 4 individuals. I originally had 3. The 4th one was a replacement for Zinchenko, and that is Andreas, who was actually playing against Zinchenko's team, that is Arsenal. So Fulham played a brilliant game, and Andreas would have easily gotten an attacking return in there, but in this particular game he didn't get anything, and so he gave me 2 points there. Martinelli also, Fulham's goalkeeper, that is the ex-Arsenal goalkeeper, he was brilliant in that match. He had so many outright saves against the likes of Jesus, whom I'm going to talk about soon, and some assists which could have come from Martinelli, and that is why Martinelli this time around finds himself having 2 points only. He's been a brilliant FPL asset, a brilliant player in that Arsenal team, and so many people moved him in their teams, and that is why I have him there. He's one of those players that I have nailed in my team. Kulusevski is a no-brainer for me. This is the guy that I've opted to go for in this Tottenham team because of the positions that he finds himself in. He easily finds himself in scoring and assisting positions. He's the KDB, apart from Kane, that Tottenham have, because he's able to see through those spaces and make those tight passes that KDB tends to make every now and then, and that is Kulusevski. They were playing against the team that was Nottingham Forest. This wasn't an easy match for Tottenham because Nottingham Forest were really pressing, and that is why in this particular match it wasn't easy for the likes of Song, who got only 3 points there, the 2 for playing and 1 because of the assist that they had. It was easily one of those matches that they could have conceded, but as you know, things somehow with this Lloris managed to make some pretty brilliant saves also. This is the match where Kane's shot got saved by Henderson, who accumulated a number of points because of that save. One penalty save accumulates you 5 points. So in that particular match, though conceded twice, he managed to get 7 points. Yeah, so up front I had the likes of HAALAND, who obliterated Crystal Palace in that second half. He scored 3 goals, the first hat-trick in the Premier League, and more to come. HAALAND is a no-brainer. He's one of those guys you expect to be bringing in points week in, week out. So many people are going to have to move him in because the distraction he's able to cause in the FPL community, in the FPL teams. Belmo is one option I was expecting to get points from because they were playing Everton, but Everton are proving to be very defensive. So far, they've not conceded more than twice, and this is something that I've seen to be quite impressive considering the squad that they have. So considering the team Everton, it wouldn't be so prudent to target them as a team you want to accumulate so many points from. Yeah, as a team, as a collective team, they are not playing so well, but it seems defensive wise they are kind of compensating for their lack of maybe squad in terms of the way they defend. So this match was pretty tough for attackers, for the Brentford attackers. and that is why Tony blanked, Mbeumo blanked. I only got a 2 from there. Now coming to Jesus, my captain, I was expecting something from him, but unfortunately this Fulham team came with a mission. They didn't make it easy for Arsenal. Arsenal were almost losing this match because they conceded first, and then they had to come back from 1-0 down. And Jesus particularly had I think about 2 chances where Leno, that is the ex-Arsenal goalkeeper, now Fulham's goalkeeper, he had some brilliant saves against most of the Arsenal squad, the attackers, and that is how Jesus found himself not having any return, and because of the yellow card he only got 1 point in there, and that is why I had a 2 from him. So as I was expecting that maybe because people are now not getting so much from the Salah captaincy, I would get something from Jesus, but you know, it's FPL. You're not the one who plays. You can only do so much in thinking and making those decisions. The rest you have to watch and see how it unfolds. So at time of recording, there are only few hours remaining before the deadline. The fixtures are coming in quick because of the UEFA Champions League now starting next week, and this is where we find ourselves. So my bench was arranged like that. Ward is a no-brainer. I didn't even think twice about putting him inside, and that is why I have him there. He's always going to be there. I don't know if I can even have the confidence or the courage to put him before Rare. That is why he's going to be there. Zinchenko was substituted because he didn't play, most definitely. Da Silva from Brentford, I had him there. Williams could have easily gotten a goal because they were playing brilliantly. This team outplayed Tottenham, I should say, but you know, Tottenham is a big team that squad depth. They brought in some changes which made an impact in the likes of Richarlison, who had an assist, and so they conceded twice in this match. So this is my team review game week 4, and this is what I did from all this. I collected 56 points. Could have been more if I had certain individuals in there like Trent. Yeah, I didn't have Diaz, and that is why I want to come now to the next section. That is the transfer that I'm making in here. Song, I didn't spend so much time talking about, so let me just talk about Song in a bit. Song was substituted in the second half for Richarlison. He was frustrated. You could see on the bench he wasn't happy about that substitution, but it's not so good a start for Song. Even he knows, and that is why he's not feeling good about what he's doing or what he's not doing. So as FPL managers, we need to make these tricky decisions sometimes, and you have to act quick. Yes, you may want to base the decision that you make based on historical data, but when you see something ain't working, you have to act fast, and that's where you're going to be separated from other FPL managers. When you see something not working, you need to act and shift to where the points are. And this is what brings me to the next section, where I'm making my one and only move for this week before the game week begins, which is Tuesday today. Today is the deadline, and we're having the first match today. So the transfer is having Song go out and bringing in a Diaz. I had Diaz in my game week 1 team, but because of the wildcard I made, I had removed him for Nunes, but Nunes unfortunately got a red card, and that's how come I didn't get to have any attacking Liverpool player. But Liverpool is a very attacking team. I wouldn't risk not having any attacking player from them, and this is why I brought in somebody in the likes of Diaz there. So Song is making way for Diaz, who gets me so much in the bank, where I'll be able to spread the funds now. So now going into my game week 5 team selection, this is what I have next. So my game week 5 team selection is as follows. In goal, I have Ray as usual, playing Crystal Palace away. Hopefully he can get a couple saves. I do not expect a clean sheet from this match, but who knows? If that comes, I'll receive it. I'll accept that. But I expect him to get several saves from here, and hopefully some bonus point. Yeah, so then I have Cancelo there playing Nottingham Forest. with the way Nottingham Forest played against Tottenham, I wouldn't be surprised if Man City as a team concedes and Cancelo only getting a 2 or a 1 from there. But hopefully this time around he'll be able to put in some attacking return, an assist or a goal or something like that. But knowing Henderson is not going to make it easy for that Chelsea team, or sorry, for the Man City team. Pardon me, why am I thinking about Chelsea when I don't even have a player from Chelsea? Yeah, so Man City are a very attacking team. They can score against any opposition, and that is why you expect them to score in any match. So having somebody who is attacking from Man City is really vital and crucial at this point in time. So let's see how this goes. So Perisic there playing against West Ham. Also, I don't expect a clean sheet from him, but if he can put in an assist or a goal, that would be a plus. We are in this for the points, so in whatever way the points come in, we accept and receive them. Then Zinchenko is flagged at 75% chance of playing, and usually when it's 75% chance of playing, I just go ahead and put the player in, because I've been punished before by Son. I had removed him some 2 seasons ago when he was flagged for 75% playing. I didn't know FPL by then. I was just into FPL, and I should say this is my 4th season playing FPL. So nowadays I've decided to say if a player is flagged at 75%, I'll just put him in and make sure my bench option there, the first bench option, is somebody I can rely on for points, and that is why I still have Zinchenko there. They're playing against Aston Villa. It's a very good fixture that they can get points from. Zinchenko also, because he plays quite advanced, he can easily put in an assist or a goal also. So if he plays, it's going to be a plus. Hopefully it doesn't just come on as a cameo second half, getting that 1 pointer. So finally, Robertson, Newcastle are looking very decent, and they can easily score also. So hopefully Robertson will be playing quite advanced, as he has always been, putting in those assists. And I was quite glad that all the corners that were being taken in that match against Bournemouth, Robertson is the one who was taking them, and that is how come he managed to assist Van Dijk's goal. And so if this continues, Robertson will be a good way of having those assists from Liverpool. Yeah, it's going to be a good source of points. So if you choose to go for Robertson, the likes of Robertson, Trent, and one Liverpool attacking player, go for it. So in the midfield, I'll go for Martinelli. This is a no-brainer, playing against Aston Villa, a team that is struggling for now. Steven Gerrard is not having it easy, so Martinelli, I'll put him in there. Then Kulusevski playing West Ham. West Ham haven't been at their best also. They can easily concede, but they played very well the last game, of course in defense. So hopefully Tottenham will have it easy breaking them down. It's an away match, so it's not going to be as easy as the last one that they had. Then Luis Diaz is a brilliant player. He's a baller, I should say. He's one of those guys that you would enjoy watching and having in your team. So I have him in there as my Liverpool attacking option, seeing that most of the things that are happening is also having a hand in them, and that's why I have him in there. HAALAND, I'm going to have him in there even though he's got some minutes risk. Pep added certain words saying he's not going to play every match if he's playing twice in a week. So let's see what happens here. Hopefully he can come in maybe 30 minutes, do something. This is HAALAND. This is what he did in the first match that he played. He scored twice even though he came in as a sub. So I can't even imagine removing him in my team, even though Pep had mentioned that if he doesn't play entirely, well and good. I still have some backups on the bench. Then I've got Mbeumo there. I should say this is going to be the last time that you see Mbeumo in my team. I'm going to ship him out. I'm going to ship him out for somebody that you're going to see soon in the next team review and selection. So Mbeumo is playing against Crystal Palace, who are not so good in defense at the moment, so hopefully these guys can be able to do something. So I have Crystal Palace there, who is going to be affected by Raya and Mbeumo. So hopefully, if Raya concedes, Mbeumo will be able to compensate for those lost points. Then Jesus is going to be my captain again. He's playing Aston Villa at home, and because of how prolific he's been playing, I expect him to score once or twice or be able to make an assist. The last match was quite difficult for him. He did all he could, but you know, Leno just came with his own mission, and that is why these guys weren't able to get so much from there. An honorable mention is the likes of Odegaard, played very well. The likes of Gabriel, even though he made an error that led to the goal that Fulham had, in the likes of Mitrovic, he came back strong, scored, and they equalized, then went on to win. So that's how you see how well this team is playing. They have that determination to win, and they've got that winning mentality in them. So the next match, surely they don't want to make the same mistakes they made. They would want to score big, score high, and that is why I have Jesus there. He could be a differential captain this week, because so many people are going to go for Haaland, most definitely, because they expect Haaland to score, and I expect Haaland to score. So hopefully it doesn't punish me so much. The bench there is made up of what? Yes, playing against Manchester United. I don't know what to expect from that matchup. Then I have Andreas there, who is my first on the bench in case anything happens again. If Fulham are going to score Brighton, Andreas might have a hand in that. Then I have the Silva there, the third Brentford player that I have in there. If at all he's going to have a hand in there, and the likes of Haaland and Zinchenko don't play, then Andreas and Da Silva will come in. And finally, I have Neko Williams. Yeah, I wouldn't say he wouldn't do anything, but this is Manchester City, so he's the one I say is going to have the toughest fixture here. He's the one with the toughest fixture, because Man City are not going to make it so easy for Nottingham Forest, but he may be able to score. He's a brilliant player, and he's been finding himself in those positions where he's able to score. So this is my team going into Game Week 5. Please pardon me, on the naming there it says Game Week 4 team selection, but that is supposed to read Game Week 5. You know, so much goes into preparing this, and the very moment that you start recording, you see that you can't do anything but ask for an apology like this. So hope you guys understand, but it's Game Week 5 team selection. This is Game Week 5. Today is a Tuesday, the 30th of August, few hours before the deadline. So please make sure you finalize your team, make that captaincy selection, and let's go. So all the best, guys. Game Week 5 is coming. Let's see what we can get from here. So as you're able to see, I've got 6.5 pounds in my bank, and I'm going to make a huge transfer in the next game week, as I plan to move Mbeumo. Definitely, you may know whom I want to bring in. I want to bring in the likes of Harry Kane. He's doing the most in that Tottenham team. He's the highest scoring Tottenham player right now, so I want to have him in. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. I need those subs from you guys. If you're enjoying what you're watching, please leave a like, you subscribe, and follow me on my Twitter at fplgalaxy.zm. Catch you on the next one.